If I'm president, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. I would get a settlement in 24 hours. That is a war that's dying to be settled. I will get it settled before I even become president. And within 24 hours, that war will be settled. It'll be over. I will get it solved in rapid order, and it will take me no longer than one day. I'm going to try, and I think I can, get it ended as president-elect. In other words, before I even take over the White House. We're having very serious discussions about that war, trying to get it ended with Russia. And I think we're on the way to getting peace. I think President Putin wants peace, and President Zelensky wants peace, and I want peace. Maybe Russia will give up a lot, maybe they won't, and it's all dependent on what is going to happen. The negotiation really hasn't started. And I think I have the power to end this war, and I think it's going very well. But today I heard, oh, well, we weren't invited. Well, you've been there for 3 years. You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal. I've known him for a long time now, and I think he will. I don't believe he's going to violate his word. I don't think he'll be back. When we make a deal, I think the deal's going to hold. Zelensky, she said before, we want to work with him, and we will work with him. I think the president and I actually have had a very good relationship. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
Less.
In 2 weeks.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out.
As a candidate, you said you would have this war settled in 24 hours.
Well, I was being a little bit sarcastic when I said that. I would. What I really mean is I'd like to get it settled. And I think we had a great call. It lasted almost 2 hours. Talked about a lot of things and toward getting it to peace. I think that Russia wants to see an end to it, but it could be they're dragging their feet. I think Russia would like to see it end, and I think Zelensky would like to see it end at this point. And we're going to get it stopped. It's a senseless war that would have never happened if I was president, and it shouldn't be allowed to go on. We got to solve a war that should have never started, Ukraine and Russia, and we'll get that solved. We're going to get it stopped, ideally. Now, if for some reason one of the two parties makes it very difficult, we're just going to say you're foolish, you're fools, you're horrible people, and we're going to just take a pass. But hopefully we won't have to do that.
What is your level of frustration with President Putin?
I didn't like
at this
last
point?
night. I wasn't happy with it. And we're in the midst of talking peace, and missiles were fired. And I was not happy with it. So we are thinking that very strongly that they both want peace, but they have to get to the table. We're waiting a long time. They have to get them to the table, and I think we're going to get peace. I don't like that it takes long at all, but I think they both want to make peace. I do believe so. There's a lot of hatred there. There's a lot of very bad blood, a lot of distrust, but I think I hope we're going to get there. Well, I think Russia and Ukraine, I think they're coming along, we hope. It's very fragile. That is a war that's dying to be settled. I will get it settled before I even become president.